Hello, this is the Mark and David movie review, our first edition, and we're going to be discussing the movie Cloverfield, which was recently put on DVD.
Hi.
My name's David.
I'm Mark. How you doing?
And first, I hid the movie review, the rating from Mark until we filmed this first edition. And Mark, I want your review first. Your rating number.
All right, Cloverfield. I give that 3.5 stars out of 5. It was a very good movie. Not a classic, not overly great, but it had its moments. Very inventive.
Overall, there's one problem that everybody discussed was the camera problem. Describe that.
The camera problem? Anybody who might have like a weak stomach or gets a little bit messed up from motion sickness could probably get nauseated and throw up from watching this movie.
Similar problems, I think, were in Saving Private Ryan and Blair Witch Project, and I was front row for both movies, and not Blair Witch Project, but Saving Private Ryan, I was front row for that, and that actually made me kind of sick. You don't want to sit front row in a theater, no. But both movies were filmed the same way Cloverfield was. I call it a jumpy camera. It's like using an old VHS video camera and walking around and running around with it. I can understand a little bit of people got a little sickened by it, motion sickness, but I didn't see an overall big problem with it. It didn't make me sick.
No, it didn't make me sick. I could see how it would do that to some people, but it didn't make me sick.
Now for my movie review, my rating is a 3.5, which was meaning worth watching again, even worth buying on DVD.
Very similar, very similar.
I think for story was great. The people I didn't really recognize much at all. They must have been new actors.
Yeah, they were basically new young actors.
The destruction that the creature caused was very similar. I really don't...
It makes you think of 9/11.
Exactly. The 9/11
shots.
destruction. The explosions you first see of the buildings being hit by bombs or whatever from this creature looked to me like the explosions you saw from Baghdad in the Iraq War. That's what they looked like.
Kind of.
Now the creature itself, throughout the whole movie, you're saying, what the hell is that thing? It looks like a standing or walking octopus.
I still say, what the hell is it, even after saying it. But it was different, and it wasn't just a generic-looking Godzilla thing, and that I'll give it credit for.
It was very weird, the creature itself. You do see the end in the ending of the movie. You do see it. I think it could have been a better design, far better design. Overall, the story was great. The destruction, the actors, they were new actors. Like when they redid Star Wars, they brought new people in. Many movies today they're bringing new actors and the unknowns in. One interesting scene was the first opening scene when they saw the Statue of Liberty hit, and they said online, on the internet, that it was a capture shot from Escape from New York.
That I didn't know.
We also see the head floating in many other destruction movies. One thing I was very impressed by was the marketing of this movie. We both went to see Transformers in the theater, and the preview, the trailer of the movie, you see people having a party, and all of a sudden power goes out. End of trailer. What the hell was that? Nobody had a clue what was going on. Well, no title whatsoever. Well, we waited many months for it, and then you hear a movie called Cloverfield. What the world is that? Didn't put it together. Not until you still saw more and more trailers. Then you see the DVD. Then they're slowly putting out. There's a creature. There's something out that causes New York to be severely damaged. You still don't understand the story. They did an incredible marketing job of hiding the whole story. They really did a great job.
Which is impossible to do anymore. Absolutely impossible.
The title Cloverfield, you wonder what in the world is that? Until the movie, you don't know until what the description was. That's the best marketing I've ever heard of to hide the movie.
Cloverfield is actually the name of the street that producer J.J. Abrams grew up on.
I was reading some trivia. That's news to me. I was trying to read up a lot of trivia, what they were describing, and everything. But it was a very impressive movie, DVD or in the theater. It's very impressive, very to sell it the way they did. The reason I didn't give it a 4-star, meaning automatically worth buying, you can see it 1,000 times. I think because I'm not a party person, so the opening shot of the party took too long to drag. And I hate movies that drag like that. You're talking and getting to know people. Just kick in and get to the movie, get to where the action starts. I actually fast forward it to when the power goes out. Then you see the rest of it and it kicked ass all the way to the end. It was
That
a
was
great
just there
movie.
establishing the characters. I think the reason I didn't give it a 4-star or even a 5-star was just, when it comes down to it, it's just a simple monster movie that you've probably seen lots of times before, but it's done in a very unique way, and that's what sets it a little bit apart.
But I think the camera effects, the jumping, like a running video camera, I think tad bit hurt its credibility. Tad. A little.
One thing that I noticed
Everybody complain about it.
in the movie, I don't know, did you notice that nobody ever says there's a monster? Nobody ever says there's a monster attacking. They never refer.
Yeah, they only say it's they're saying like we did. What in the world causing it for the whole movie? You see the military come in, and the camera is off a little bit. You can't see what it is.
Very true.
And that's great marketing. You don't jump in to see what it is. You're dragged into it, like many horror movies. You're dragged into it. Blair Witch Project. You're dragged into it. What in the world is this thing?
Mm-hmm.
That's great marketing. I would describe my rating system. 0 is I wouldn't even bother watching. Not interested whatsoever. A 1, regretted watching it. A 2, could have been better. A 3, most horror movies get a 3. Worth watching only once. 3.5, like Cloverfield. Worth buying on DVD or seeing on when it hits cable. It's worth watching again. 4-star, definite sell, want to buy it. 5-star is a personal favorites, and I only have 2, which were Convoy and Goodfellas. And I want to plug my website, www.convoytm.com, which on that site is my movie reviews. You can see up to 1,500 movie reviews. And we just want to describe your movie reviews?
Sure. I guess mine are more a little bit, I guess you would call them atypical of ratings you see like in papers, online. I don't really have a 0. I have like a 1 star is just a poor film. 2 stars is an average film. 3 stars is a good film, solid. 3.5 is a very good film. 4 stars is a great film. 4.5 minor classic, and a 5 star is a classic. Like Dave, on my classic rating, I probably have a good 30 to 35 films.
Now, off the top of the bat, we were going to discuss this possibly in another edition quickly of your favorite movie.
Well, I'm very partial to Star Wars, and I'm kind of biased about it, but if I pick one, it'd have to be The Empire Strikes Back.
And, of course, I just described Convoy, a 1978 trucker movie, and convoytm.com describes it all. I have a website solely for the movie. In the next edition of the Mark and David Movie Review, we're going to discuss The Mist. So we'll see you then.
Take care.